Is crying in the wilderness. Hi, my name is Steve, and I'm from Chicago, Illinois. And I thought I'd like to share something today that's a little bit different, and I want to share about doing good deeds for God. Have you done anything good for Jesus recently? Well, there's something that I'd like to share, but before I share that, let me go out of Romans. It's out of Romans 12, 13, and 14. And this title is going to be Helping Others Who Help You. And then I'm going to read this verse, and then I'm going to explain what happened. The verse is share with the Lord's people who are in need. Practice hospitality. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse. Rejoice. Just mourn those who mourn. Live in harmony with one another. Basically, it says share with the Lord's people who are in need. Practice hospitality. And bless others. I'm going to kind of share what happened to me today. Most of you don't know is that about my mother passed away 15 years ago, and this is a very long story. And I really did not have any of my relatives help me out. I didn't really have much family or much friends. And it was not until I started going to this driving school and that I met the driving instructor. It's a very long story, but these people were very gracious to me. And when my mother passed away, they kind and especially when I was down on my luck and I had nowhere to turn and I was feeling very suicidal, they let me into their home and they gave me support, and they let me spend the holidays with them, and they brought me into their home, and they became like my family. And I will always be grateful to that, grateful to people who have helped me. So to make a long story short, that there's this lady that was part of the group of people that helped me with my mom for 15 years ago. And since then I was spending each and every holidays with them, and I was spending Thanksgiving with them. uh, and I decided I did something really, really unusual today, and I felt it was a really good thing to do. I just left church and I just came back from breakfast, and I really didn't have much to do, and so I decided to call this lady that was sort of like my stepmom, that was kind of like my mom when my mom passed away. She's sort of like my mom, so it was been about a year since I got a chance to speak to her because of COVID. So I decided that it would be a good thing to just call her up and see how she was doing. So, and she lives out in Plainfield. So I decided to give her a call, and I says, "Hi, how are you? I was just checking in on you. I wanted to see how you were doing. And it's been a while since I see, and I just wanted to find out how you were doing and if there was anything that you needed." And she says, well, it's just that she says that she was glad I called, and she says she was going to the store. And so I asked her, would it be okay if I come pay you a visit? And she says, okay, well, I'm going to go to the store. And it's a really good thing that I came there to take her to the store, because her daughter's van broke down, and so her car did not run, and I had just gotten a new car. I gotten a better car, so I decided I took. She's sort of like elderly. She has a really hard time getting around. She walks on a cane. So I decided I didn't have anything else better to do. So I took her for a ride in my car, and we went to the grocery store, and I helped her with the cart, and I helped her walk around, and she needed a little help finding things, because she went to the store to get groceries and there was things she needed. So I helped her do that, and then we went. It took a little while because she's old, so it takes time for her to get around the grocery store. So I took her to the grocery store, and then I took her. We put all the groceries in my car, and then we went back to her place, and I put all the we put all the groceries in. I helped run. Then we went out to dinner. I guess I just was there at the kind of the right time, and I was actually doing something good for somebody that did something good for me. I just felt it was the right thing to do, and so that's what I decided to do today. So I just helped a friend in need, at least somebody who had helped me and been sort of like family to me, and been sort of like my stepmom when I didn't have much family. So what we did is I took her home. Then we went out to Olive Garden to eat, and then I decided to go home. And we talked for a while, and I found out what was going on, and just asked her how she was doing. And then we had a short dinner, and then I had to get back home. But I felt I did something good. At least I was just helping someone in need and just doing something for somebody that at least did something for me, especially when I was in a place when I was down on my luck and I had nowhere to turn. So I think that's really the good message here. If you ever find someone that if you're ever in a position, if you're ever down on your luck and somebody comes by your side and just takes your hand and says, I want to help you, and if they do help you and they bring you into their house and they give you support and they become like a mother or a father to you, I think it's really important that you should remember that and appreciate that and be very grateful for that happening. And if you can, always make sure that you're giving a little back to that person that helped you, because you can never be forgetful of the people of that helped you in need, and now it's your turn to maybe help them in need. So I think I did something good for God today. I think I did something good. I did something that most people don't do. I think it's important that people go to church. I think it's very important that people be proactive, but you need to do more than just go to church. You need to be the church. You need to be having a relationship with people. You need to be finding people in need. You can't be just sitting in the building all day, because if you're sitting in the building all day, you're not going to really get a chance to meet people. You're not going to really get a chance to find out what their needs are. And it's always important to just remember, like me, I will never forget some of the people that helped me when I was down on my luck and I didn't have nowhere to turn. And I always will be grateful that I had somebody help me with when my mom passed away 15 years ago. So it's always great to have like those special friends that you'll never forget. It's always great to have people like that. So that's kind of what I did today, and that's kind of what I wanted to share. And I just wanted to get that message out there, that if you know somebody out there, if there was somebody out there that helped you and was with you or down on your luck, don't forget them. Check on them, give them a call, tell them how much you appreciate them, for what they've done for you. Make sure they remember. Make sure you remember that you're not forgetting about them, that they're important, they're part of your life, and that you should be there for them. So I think it's just all about doing what is right for God, and doing what you think, doing what you know is the right thing to do. So I just wanted to share that. So I'll just leave it at that. And if I have anything else to share, I'll be back making another video. But again, my name is Steve, and this is A Voice Crying in the Wilderness, and I will see you and talk to you again very soon. Good night.